The fire had eaten everything before he even got the chance to scream. The old cabin that once stood like a monument to his childhood memories was now nothing but a blackened skeleton, surrounded by drifting smoke and the smell of loss. Cole stood there with dust on his boots, his leather vest still carrying the heat of the ride, and for the first time in years, the Hell Angeles biker felt truly helpless. This wasn't just a building. It was the last thing left of his grandfather, the man who raised him when the world turned its back. Now, even that was gone, stolen by a spark, swallowed by flames, leaving him robbed of everything and utterly alone. If you believe in kindness, redemption, and second chances, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps stories like this reach more hearts. Cole's fists tightened as the smoldering wood crackled under the weight of silence. His club brothers had offered to help, but he had refused. This was his fight. His grandfather had taught him how to swing a hammer long before he ever rode a bike, and somewhere deep inside Cole knew rebuilding the cabin wasn't about the wood or nails. It was about rebuilding himself, piece by piece, as painfully and patiently as it took. Yet standing here among ashes, his chest felt heavy with memories. He could still hear his grandfather's voice telling him, a man isn't measured by what he loses, but by what he rebuilds. But the road to rebuilding wasn't smooth. His life had never been. Cole had grown up with trouble shadowing him like a loyal companion. Fights, bad decisions, and the rough path of biker life left scars across his skin and soul. The club was the only family he had known until his grandfather took him in as a teenager. The cabin had saved him. The woods had taught him peace. And now seeing it destroyed felt like losing that fragile grip on good again. As days passed, Cole kept returning to the burned grounds, walking the land alone, kicking through debris, trying to decide where to even begin. The ruins whispered of failure, of all the times he had fallen short. But then he found something. Deep in the rubble, under charred beams and ashes, he uncovered a small metal box. Inside it were old photographs, some half-burned, but one still clear enough to recognize, a picture of himself as a boy, sitting on the porch with his grandfather's arm around him. The moment he saw it, something shifted inside him. The fire had taken almost everything, but not the memories. Not the love behind them. That night he brought a truck filled with lumber back to the land. The sun set quietly behind the mountains, throwing gold across the sky, but Cole barely noticed. He knelt down on the foundation, what was left of it, and began clearing debris with his bare hands. By the time the stars came out, his palms were cut, and his shoulders ached, yet he felt a calm determination he hadn't felt in years. Morning light found him already working, his hammer rising and falling with steady rhythm. Sweat trickled down the tattoos on his arms, each strike echoing through the tall pines. Every nail he drove in felt like anchoring a memory, a promise, a piece of himself he refused to lose again. He worked alone, refusing rest, refusing pity, rebuilding the cabin as though resurrecting a part of his soul. The locals watched from afar. Some whispered about the biker with the skull tattoo, the man whose past was filled with trouble. Others remembered his grandfather, a quiet, kind man who never judged. Slowly, a few began leaving small things at the edge of the property, a box of nails, a thermos of hot coffee, a pair of gloves. They never approached him directly, they knew better than to interrupt a man fighting his grief with his hands, but their silent support created a warmth around the place that the fire couldn't take away. Still, the nights were the hardest. Cole would sit on the half-framed porch and stare at the stars, letting memories wash over him. The time his grandfather taught him how to fix a roof. The day he left home angry and confused, only to return broken but welcomed without judgment. The laughter, the lessons, the quiet moments of peace. These thoughts fueled him when exhaustion tried to break him. Piece by piece, the cabin began to rise again. New wood replaced burned beams, fresh walls stood where ashes once lay, and with every day the structure grew stronger, just like Cole. But the emotional weight didn't fade easily. Rebuilding forced him to confront parts of himself he had buried for years. The guilt of disappointments. The mistakes he made. The fear that he would never be enough. One afternoon, as he hammered a board into place with precise force, tears suddenly blurred his vision. He hadn't expected it. Bikers didn't cry, at least not where anyone could see. But here, alone with nothing but the sound of nature, he let the tears fall. They carried years of regret, years of silence, and years of wishing he had said more to the man who saved him. Yet those tears didn't weaken him. They washed away the heaviness that had clung to him, leaving a strange lightness behind. He took a deep breath, wiped his eyes, and kept building. Because now he understood, rebuilding the cabin wasn't an act of desperation. It was an act of gratitude. A way to say the goodbye he never managed to speak. Weeks later, when the final board was set and the cabin once again stood strong and whole, Cole stepped back and let the sight fill his heart. It wasn't the same as before, nothing ever truly is. But it was beautiful in its own way, a symbol of survival, healing, and the stubborn hope that even those who walk the roughest roads can find their way back. He hung his grandfather's old photograph by the doorway, the one he saved from the ashes. The cabin smelled of fresh wood and promise. Cole stood there, breathing steady, feeling something he hadn't felt in years, peace. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and share. Your support helps more people find these emotional stories. Before you go, comment below, rebuild with hope. Because sometimes, the greatest strength isn't in never falling, but in rising again, even when everything around you has turned to ash.